everybody. It helps if you push the live button when it's time to go live. So I'm here. I'm supposed to meet Steve. I know he's here. I saw him before. Oh! There you are.
Hey guys, how about that? We're at the Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden at the North Carolina Zoo. I have the microphone with us again. You guys were awesome in providing some feedback last time. We know that it was really kind of fuzzy, so I'm going to hold it. We think it might have been too close. It's turned down as low as it can go. So we'll see if this helps a little bit. I'm going to have the microphone down a little bit further away from my mouth. We are also in the Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden. We really wanted to bring this to you live. So the signal isn't the best, but it's pretty good. So just be aware of that as we're going through. We need to be aware that that might be happening.
It might be a little fuzzy at times, but we wanted to come live. This is too pretty.
The other thing we got to do is we got to be careful. Wendy, can you show them between my feet?
Tiny butterfly.
We have to be so careful in here. That's a living butterfly. I keep saying it wrong. Atala. Alada? Alada.
Alada.
It's an Alada butterfly.
Alada.
Or Atala. We'll ask Katie. I think Katie's here somewhere. Hey, wait, what's...
But I think...
We got a package.
Someone left us a package.
This is awesome. We got a package?
Oh my gosh.
We got a package.
It's a special delivery, Steve. That's awesome.
It says not open until 11th, but it's like Christmas Eve, right? We can open this.
No, Steve, don't open it.
Why?
It says do not open till 6/11.
But that's okay. Just
Look at the
day.
front. They knew it was you, that you would do that. It says this means you, Steve. So there must be some kind of special announcement.
You guys need to be tuning in tomorrow for a special announcement from the North Carolina Zoo. Something you guys have been asking us about for a long time. And there'll be an announcement for you guys tomorrow on the zoo's website and throughout special social media. So be tuning in to that for sure.
That's all we can say about that.
But there is an announcement tomorrow that you guys definitely want to hear about. All right, so we're in the Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden. I'm going to take my head. Can I take my headdress off?
Yeah, you were a good sport.
Whew.
Thank you.
It's hot. So we're in the Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden. We're supposed to be honest with you guys, right? My forte are things with things with hair, things with scales, a few things with skin,
Feathers.
feathers.
Got the feather world.
Even though butterflies are covered in scales, the beautiful colors you see come from scales. Isn't that amazing?
I think this one looks like a tiger.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
I think it's so pretty.
That is so neat. We have a wonderful expert with us. Let me see if she's in. Let me see if she's here. Hold on a second. Let me see if she's here. You've met her before. Let's see if she's here. Oh, hello! Come on out.
Yay!
Don't step on anything. Be careful.
Nope, we gotta watch.
You've told us. You've told us that before.
Yep.
You guys remember Katie? Katie is the one who helped us with our river otter program. She created that wonderful ice treat that the otters got to feed on. So this is Keeper Katie, and she's going to be helping us with our butterfly stuff. This is one of her places that she works.
This is not too shabby, Katie. I love it in here. It's a little paradise.
Right? Imagine this as your view every day, guys. Are you kidding me? How pretty.
Yep, it's gorgeous.
So Katie, first things first. There's a bunch of butterflies in here.
Yes.
About how many different types of butterflies are in here?
We currently have about 30 different species represented
30?
in here.
Really?
And yes, we're up to 30, and once we get a little further into the season, we could have as many as 75 or 80 different species throughout
No kidding.
Yep. Wow. So there's a lot of variety to see.
So more than double the number that are here as far as species goes. Now,
Yes.
so that's one side of this. So we're looking at 30 different types of butterflies, and there's so many flitting all around us. About how many different butterflies might be in here at a time?
So,
300?
200-300 would be awesome. We're
Right?
actually beyond double that. So we're
Seriously?
Yep, we're sitting anywhere between 700 and 900 butterflies right now, I would estimate, based on the number of pupae we've gotten in.
you guys hear that? So when we open again, and you come to the Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden, you can walk through 700 butterflies, maybe?
Yep. Very carefully, but yes, absolutely. I'm trying to
Very carefully, guys. You heard that. Oops. I have butterflies on my face. This is so much fun. And I have to admit, we've told you guys a few times I got a butterfly in my eye.
Oh, yes, you do.
Hey, look at this. Now, I'm going to tell you, so when you come, do not touch the butterflies. You're not supposed to touch them, but they can touch you. And who is this, Katie?
This is an owl.
This is an owl.
And he gets that name from that big eye spot.
Yeah. That is so neat.
That would totally look like an owl if it was up on a tree, on the bark of a tree, and you were, say, a bird or something that thought it might be food. That would look like an owl eye staring at me, and I would not want to eat it.
So who's jealous out there right now? Who's jealous that I have an owl butterfly on my thumb? How about that for a day, huh?
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Well, let's carry him around.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we were talking about already. This is amazing. So that's so cool. So 30 species now, double that maybe down the road.
Yep.
200, 300, 400 now, double that down the road.
Yep.
That is so neat. So I'm assuming the butterflies don't come like butterflies.
Correct. They don't come in, what you're seeing here is the, so everyone flying around us is essentially the adult form of a butterfly.
Right.
Obviously, that can also be called an imago. IMAGO. That's a word I have not heard
I haven't either.
before.
That's a cool word.
But they actually come to us in the pupa form. So I know you want to touch on metamorphosis.
Yeah, exactly.
So the pupa form is kind of phase 3 in metamorphosis.
Because in complete metamorphosis, because there might be some school going on still.
Right. Yes.
So in complete metamorphosis, there's 4 stages.
Yes.
So complete metamorphosis, 4 stages, and the butterfly goes through that.
Yep.
The first stage is egg?
Yes.
Ah, sweet.
Ding, ding, ding.
First stage is egg. Second stage is not the egg.
Nope. That's your larva, or what we prefer to call the caterpillar.
Oh, no kidding. That's phase 2, essentially.
Yep.
Of
So my pie is not working great. Let's move around.
keep on moving.
Okay.
Do we need to go back? We can go back.
Yeah, we might need to go back.
Okay.
You tell us,
You
Wendy.
guys keep talking.
We'll keep talking. So that's phase 2 of the complete metamorphosis.
Yes.
Step 3, phase 3. You said that's the pupa.
Yep. Phase 3 is the pupa, or again, for a butterfly, the alternative name for that is the chrysalis.
Oh, that's the thing that when I have 2 butterflies on my hand now. The chrysalis, that's what they form right after becoming a caterpillar, after they've kind of done their caterpillar.
Yep.
And in the chrysalis, they kind of just become this pile of goo,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I think that's
So-
crazy.
Yes, it's so amazing, the complete change that they go through while they're in chrysalis. So yeah, all the cells are talking to one another, and each segment within a caterpillar is going to develop into a different part of the adult butterfly. So all
That's
of that
amazing.
communication has to happen in the chrysalis.
And that's happening as the animal's literally breaking down from a caterpillar. You guys have seen caterpillars out there before. And when you see when you see the adult, when you see the butterfly, that's not just the caterpillar growing wings. Right? That's
Right.
not, we can't say that. That's
Right.
not just the body growing wings.
Exactly.
There's a complete breakdown
Yes.
of the inside of that caterpillar.
Yep. So we receive all of the animals that you see here, we receive them in that pupa form.
Right,
So
okay.
they come to us in that chrysalis, and then we hang them within our pupa house chambers. We've got 2 chambers.
And that's
on
where you were when we
inside.
knocked on the door.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So all of that metamorphosis is essentially happening within our chambers here.
Neat.
And we monitor really closely for humidity and temperature to make sure that we're maintaining a healthy environment for those guys to develop.
Okay.
And then once they pop out as adults, we give them a little time to dry, a little time to pump their wings, and then they come out and live the rest of their lives here in, again, what's kind of a paradise.
And you've got a release for us a little bit later on.
Yes.
We're so excited to see that. Hey, Wendy, let's show them. Oh, you got a great shot over there. One of the neat things on butterflies, at least I think it's neat, is what they eat. They eat, as adults, it's a totally liquid diet, right? There's nothing.
There are a few species that will eat pollen. But
That will eat pollen,
yes,
okay.
But for the most part, they are, they're only going after the liquid within the plant, the nectar.
And can you guys see that tongue? That's kind of touching my thumb. That's got a fancy science word. I'm trying to see if I can feel it, actually.
Yeah.
I think I can. Maybe not. I might be making that up. But, do you guys, what's the fancy science word for that butterfly tongue? How about proboscis? And it's essentially a tube, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's essentially a tube, and when he's sitting on a flower, when they're on a piece of fruit, they'll put that proboscis, that long tongue, inside and suck up the nectar.
Let's go to that feeder over here.
Okay.
I think the Wi-Fi is better over there a little
All right.
bit.
Here's the pupa house. A few pupa in there if you want to show them a couple shots.
Are these empty ones? There are a few that you'll see are kind of popped open, so those are empty. But a lot of these are still, still have life within them. We're waiting for the adults to emerge. Most of these that you see here are swallowtails.
Okay.
And the swallowtails, they tend to take a little bit longer to emerge, so they spend a little more time in that chrysalis.
Oh, I don't want to put you on the spot here.
cool.
Do you know how long it takes for a lot of these butterflies to emerge once they get into the pupa form, the chrysalis form?
So it's there's a lot of factors that go into it. Typically, the smaller
Okay.
the butterfly, the less time they spend in,
Oh,
in
sure.
the pupa
That makes
form.
sense.
It also has a lot to do with humidity and temperature.
Oh,
So
really?
If we want to kind of push emergence, we can bump up temperatures a little bit. So
Okay.
we have a little bit of control over it.
And they just develop a little quicker
Yes.
when it's warmer.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. And if we've got a bad weather day, if it's really rainy out here and we don't want to do a lot of releases, sometimes we'll knock back the temperature a little bit,
Sure.
just a couple of degrees to kind of slow things down, because we never want to put them out here when we're in heavy rain.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's extremely variable how much time an animal will spend in the chrysalis form. I would say on average, maybe anywhere from 1 week to some of these swallowtails take 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
And they go through all that, so they become, they're the egg, they go through the caterpillar stage. We'll just use the word caterpillar now, if that's
Sure.
okay. They go through that caterpillar stage, living a while. They go into the chrysalis stage, living that 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yep.
And then as adults, most of them don't live that long.
Right. Most of them don't live that long. And again, it's kind of size dependent. So a lot of the smaller butterflies you see in here may live for a week to 2 weeks. Some of these bigger guys can live on the order of a couple of months, though.
No kidding.
Yeah. And in here, we do tend to get, occasionally you'll see one that's, you can tell has a little age on him. He's a little bit tattered. But we're okay with that, because that just means as long as they're still able to fly around
Sure.
and feed, they're living a nice long life, because we're essentially, they don't have any predators.
Yeah, they're predator-free in here.
Yep. So
that's a neat thing. So for our digital guests that are looking, and I hope you guys are having a great time with this. This is so neat. This was not staged, by the way. There is no glue on my finger. I didn't put anything on my thumb. Except for I washed my hands, right? That's all I got. So this was not staged at all. This is kind of neat for me.
he's hitched a ride the whole way around.
He sure has. So when you're out and about looking at butterflies at your house, you see one, it's kind of neat to think that if there's a little bit of a ragged edge, a little bit older, a little bit back on a little bit more torn up on the back end, he's just an older butterfly.
Yep, exactly.
That's
Kind
kind
of
of neat.
Kind of like me and you.
Yeah, right.
We're a little torn up and
The
ragged.
knees, everything, kind of being
I'm
a little
right
bit.
there with you.
That is neat. And I've heard a weird thing about what they taste their food with.
Okay.
And I don't think it's right. No way. Is it really their feet?
Yes.
No kidding.
I think they can take, especially when they're on the fruit around here, because some
Yeah.
of these guys, a lot of the species that you'll see congregating on the fruit are also animals that are native to rainforest areas that maybe have heavy fruit production, and so
Okay.
they're going to go after that nice rotting fruit.
Oh,
that's
it's
on the
wonderful.
forest floor.
Just lovely.
Yep. So yeah, that's how they can find that food. Yep. Absolutely.
No kidding. That is so neat. And then the females, when they're getting ready to lay their eggs, and that's kind of neat, they actually use like maybe taste the plant and make sure it's the right plant to lay their
Yes.
food on,
Yep.
their eggs on?
Yep.
And then they glue the eggs on?
Yeah.
That
they
is
do.
amazing.
They pick the right plant that's going to feed those caterpillars, because the only job a caterpillar has
Hey.
is to eat. So
The only job a caterpillar has to eat.
that's all he's made for is
That is
eating.
fantastic.
So yeah, the female lays her eggs on the right plant, and then the caterpillar
Does the rest of the
hatches
work.
on his food item, his preferred food item. Yeah,
That's neat.
I would like that job.
I know, right?
It's kind of fun being in these programs because selfishly I get to learn a lot. I'm doing some a little bit more extra reading, trying to ask questions, talking to you guys, and it's neat that we've been in this field a long time. And I asked Katie, because this is relatively new. Last year was the first full season for this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put her on the spot. I asked her, I said, so you knew all about butterflies coming in. How do you do this, right? You've got to know something. What'd you tell me?
No.
No. She didn't.
Not.
How cool is that?
Yeah, we all kind of know the basics, and we know the caterpillar turns into the butterfly.
Yeah.
But as far as within my career, I've never been responsible for knowing the complete life cycle and facilitating that life cycle
Gotcha.
in a habitat. So last year we got thrown into it, and I love it.
And
It's
you said you
awesome,
love it now.
and I've just turned into butterfly brain. Yeah. All the time. It's like the cartoon, the movie where the dog says squirrel. That's how I am with butterflies. Butterfly.
Be hanging out with Katie over there.
Yes.
So now you notice the natives more than you did before?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, before...
That's
you
neat.
know, yeah, we all know the eastern tiger swallowtail or the monarch, but
Yeah.
now my eyes are open to the diversity that we have even here just within the state.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
Let's put on a spot, guys. Wendy, find a butterfly. Find a butterfly.
Don't move your hand because this one's one of my favorites in here.
Okay, we're going to put Katie on the spot. Okay, Katie, who is
Yeah,
this?
So that is also one of my favorites. That is the malachite.
That's a malachite.
In the sunlight, it is like fluorescent green.
And there's one on your arm right now.
Yep.
Oh,
What about...
Yay!
Put it on the spot again.
I got one right here.
I have a malachite on my arm, on my hand.
Nice. So that is a giant swallowtail.
And that's when I'm going to guess it might be a little bit older.
Yes.
Yeah, he look a little ragged. That's
He's
okay.
a little ragged.
Right.
He's
How about-
soaking up some sun
you going over
right
here?
now.
Yep.
Oh, how about that one, lady? How about that one down there? How about that one?
Guess
Ooh,
so.
so that is one that you could see in your backyard today.
That one?
Yes, that is a common buckeye.
Oh, very cool.
Ah, Keeper Vance Bronson out there, Buckeyes.
Oh, she nailed it. Oh, that's right. How about that one? Oh, I don't know which one you're going. That one's just so pretty.
That is.
All right, Katie.
Okay,
Keeper
so
Katie, what is that?
this is it's one of, there are several different varieties. That was a postman.
A postman?
They have a lot of variation in their coloration, but that was a postman.
All right.
We appreciate the human postman.
How about one more here? Can you get that one?
It's
about-
leaving us.
He is
They're all
leaving us.
running away from us.
How about this one?
Sorry, digital guess.
So that is, if you're on the coast of North Carolina, you'll see that guy, white peacock.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are on the coast, I know sometimes we have viewers from the coast, you can see the white peacock
Yep.
butterfly. That is so neat.
Oh, the red and black.
Red and black.
Oh
That
no,
is-
this little guy that with the turquoise
Oh,
wings.
yes.
I'm in love with.
They're lovely. That is an Atala.
Atala, Alata. I was wrong.
Alata. We
I said Alata
we get
again.
it wrong every time. We change its name
Dang it.
every 5 minutes.
I asked Katie if she can change the name for us, and she said no. That's not
Yeah.
in the rules.
That's not how science works, Steve.
Oh, there's some more of those zebra long
Yeah.
wings.
Yep, exactly. Say it.
Yay, zebra long wing! I know 2 butterflies in here, or 3. I know 3 now. Go me. So, Katie, how about I'm gonna kind of give a subdued shout out here. Where do the
Sure.
plants come from?
So, yeah, that's the only question you can ask me about plants, because I don't know a lot about plants. Our awesome horticulture department
Oh, and they are amazing.
is,
Shout out to them.
yep,
Whoop, whoop.
is responsible for bringing these plants in, planting everything out, and maintaining everything. So they're in here every day taking care of plants
Wow.
just as much as we're in here taking care of butterflies.
And the plants are that important. I mean,
Yep.
they're actually feeding on these plants.
Absolutely. Yep,
That is amazing.
yep, they do a great job.
That is so cool.
Denise, Jim,
Atala.
Wes, they do a great job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love the appreciate there. And the Atala.
Yep.
That is
okay.
not-
If you can imagine all the knowledge that all of our keeper staff have about animals and the native wildlife here, imagine that same knowledge is in our horticulture staff about native plants and also plants from all around the world to be able to make all of our habitats look so amazing. Yep,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So we have a couple questions from our digital guests.
I'll be happy to ask Katie.
They would like to know, are they allowed to come in here once the zoo is open, and how do they do that?
Okay, so it is my understanding
Great
right
question.
now that this, because it's somewhat enclosed in a limited space, this will not be open
Phase 2.
the first, when we initially open
Yep.
to guests.
I think you're right.
It's my understanding that we'll open the butterfly habitat at reduced capacity once we hit phase 3.
I believe you. That's what I remember too.
So phase 3, this will be open, and it is an extra, is it
It was
2 or
$3.
3. I think it's $3.
$3 to
Yes.
come in here. And you can spend as much time as you'd like in here.
Yes.
Bring a good, fun camera because it's
Oh, do bring a
gorgeous.
camera, guys. Bring a nice camera when you come in. So, not open when we first open. Opening in the phase following. So we're opening in what's called our phase 2 when that happens. So this will probably open in phase 3.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And then we just had someone ask again, and then the number is just so awesome that I think we should
Okay.
re-say it, is about how many butterflies are in here right now.
7.
Put 2 zeros on the end. And you're right.
I was close. 7.
Yeah, it's hard to
100?
guesstimate, but I think we're between 700 and 900 right now.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And it's neat because when we came in, we were told, Katie was nice. She said, be careful on the ground.
Yes.
But as it warms up, they started flitting around some more. And they're all over the place in here right now.
And we were worried about rain today.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Glorious.
Right? That was insane.
Now, I think Katie has a surprise for us. Since the Wi-Fi seems to work here, could you bring that over here? Would you mind?
Oh, sweet.
Let me sneak around.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good deal.
While we look at some more over here, Katie's going to
How
bring us
pretty
a
is
surprise.
this, guys?
First of all, the plants are gorgeous. The butterflies are gorgeous.
Just a little respite when you get to come to the park. Come in here and just relax. Just chill out for a little bit. It is so pretty. And 700 butterflies flitting around. Uh-oh. Here we go. Katie is ready. Look at this. So these are butterflies that went through the pupal stage here.
Yep. And we get to release them.
Yay! Yeah, so we do at least 2, if not 3 releases every day, and this is a pretty small release.
Oh, really? And these are what? Oh, looky there.
There they go. Bye-bye.
And who is this?
Welcome to the world.
These are giant swallowtails.
They are big.
And actually, they're hard to tell apart, but this is a giant swallowtail. I don't know if he'll let me pick them up gingerly.
Yeah.
This is actually, they're very hard to tell apart. This is actually a king swallowtail, or it's also called a thoas.
That's a king or a thoas.
Yep. But you can see his lovely little swallowtails, how they get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
name.
yeah. Look at him holding this, hanging out pretty as a peach on your finger there.
And hopefully he'll lift up and fly off. They've had a good amount of time to warm up. If not, we'll just pop him on the plant here.
Welcome to the
Welcome to
world.
Kaleidoscope Butterfly Garden.
And then I know they look very similar, but that was the king swallowtail, and this is the giant swallowtail. If I can
They are.
gingerly bring him out.
Yeah, and I can tell the difference. Not just no, I can't. Just no, I can't. At
So
all.
there's a slight difference in the spotting on the lower forewing here. The giant swallowtail is going to have 3 spots below that crossbar, whereas the king will have 4 spots.
Wow.
It's very, they're very similar.
That's a skill there, young lady.
All
That's
right,
amazing.
I had a question
You do?
about where their eyes are, and I am going to hope this butterfly will stay here, and I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see their eye.
Right there in the front. Right there on the, just like you would see.
Oh, wow, look at that, Steve. Can you look over my shoulder?
I can. Holy cow.
Can you see the eyes?
And you can see the proboscis rolled up. See the the tongue rolled under the face, and those eyes right there. They have compound eyes, a lot of different lenses
That's
to
so
see.
cool.
And believe me, these guys can actually see in ultraviolet light, guys. I think that's a neat
see
thing.
in ultraviolet light.
Yeah.
I had to repeat that because my brain didn't process that.
No,
very
yeah,
well.
it's amazing. That's one thing when you're in here. You saw Wendy and I looking
Sorry.
around
I have to look down on the ground so I don't step on something cute.
like that.
I mean,
The
you
Atala.
are a
Yep.
very
Yep.
large
Atala.
guy.
That's
and
an
that is
Atala.
the smallest butterfly in here.
Yep.
That is so cool. Neat, neat, neat. What an amazing, amazing thing. So cool. All right. We got a couple more things to share. Katie, thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank
How
you
about a little
for
shout out for
having
Katie?
Everybody finally get in here one day soon, hopefully.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
Thank you, Katie.
If
We're
you
going
missed our
to
beginning,
follow you over here.
We had a special delivery that we are not supposed to open.
Don't tell
until-
anybody I started. Don't tell anybody I opened the
tomorrow.
package.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, right?
So,
Steve he started to get into that.
yeah, I stopped
Katie,
him.
don't tell. Guys.
So for all of you,
Ugh. Everybody, I'm going to get in trouble.
pay attention to a big announcement tomorrow on
It's
our
in that
social
box, and
media.
they won't let me. I was trying, guys. I was trying. I got stopped. Wendy and Katie
I
won't
don't
let me
wanna
do
get
it.
in trouble.
Oh, looky.
He's checking you out.
Yeah.
Now, the last few lives, we have forgotten to talk about our craft.
Sorry,
and we are
Nikki.
not going to do it today. So we have our beautiful craft.
Do I need to pick those up? Can you get
Yeah,
shut?
pick one up.
Pick one up. Toot, 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 toot,
Most of our adults have these at home.
toot, 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 toot.
It's a coffee
Is
filter.
there a butterfly on my neck?
No, it's just your long hair.
It's getting cut soon.
Yeah, you need a haircut.
Yes, the locks are going away. This is crazy. That's a coffee filter, guys.
So, yes, our craft is a coffee.
Hey,
Filter.
Wendy, help me out a little bit here, would you? Wendy, here.
Oh,
Here. This is a little bit too close for comfort. I'm married.
I just snorted.
I'm married. I'm married.
I think I'll go ahead and talk about the craft while you take care of that.
But this is I know
Coffee
This is
filter.
crazy.
Clothespin,
I want a picture.
and I
want a
can't.
picture.
You're live. There's your picture. We'll screenshot it for you.
Can you guys help me out a little bit?
Somebody screenshot this and put it in the messages for
No,
us.
don't do that. Don't do that. How cool is that?
So what you do is there's directions, and they're gonna post it in the comments for you. But this is actually just made with markers. You can use paint, and you squirt it with water, and it makes this tie-dye effect. And then you just sort of squinch it off in the middle with your clothespin. We're so distracted by butterflies.
It's another owl butterfly. This is the one that landed on my mask and was kissing me on the cheek. That is so neat. We have a really cool shout out. Hunter D,
Age 11,
age 11.
and his mom. Let's give her a shout.
Mom Amanda. Hunter, it takes a big person to apologize. That's a pretty big deal. We wanted to make sure that we recognize the apology. You had asked for us to say something nice to you, to forgive you for what you had said. Done.
No worries. Thanks
No
for
worries.
watching.
Thanks for watching. So happy you did that. And again, it takes a big person to apologize. You did a great job.
You're like the butterfly whisperer.
I am today.
Oh, we need to tell them, since we're the only ones in here,
Mhm.
what we can hear.
It is so neat. On the larger, my microphone's over here. Let me grab it. On the larger butterflies, again, Wendy and I are the only ones here. Katie, when they come by really close, you can actually hear their wings.
Yeah, I've never heard that
I
before.
haven't either.
Because there's usually ambient noise. The park's open. There's trams going by. There's people talking.
I don't know if you can see it or not. He's spitting on me. Can you see that? Can you see it glistening?
Oh, yeah.
So he's seeing what's there. They do a really cool behavior. We're getting ready to wrap things up, and I want to talk about another really neat behavior in butterfly world, just because we can see it here. They do something called puddling, like a water puddle. They'll do something called puddling. And when they're puddling, they're usually on mud or near water flats, dirt, and what they'll do is just like you see here, and maybe he's doing it here, because there might be salts on my hand, other minerals, yeah. He's actually getting those up. So he's kind of puddling, using a proboscis to find other materials on my hands. So that's kind of neat. And again, not staged by any stretch of the imagination, but really a cool experience. I want to read one more thing to you. Will you come? Let me put you in a. Will you go
Yeah,
here?
put them in a tree.
Will you go here?
It's like I like your sweaty finger.
You want to come off? There. Oh, no. And if we tried to... All right, here.
Here,
There we
let
go.
me hold that.
If we tried to do that, it would not work, right? It just wouldn't work. I do want to read this to you. This is something that came from educator Leslie Wilhoit, who is doing our summer camp programs. I'm a little bit older. I got in my glasses. I think it's important enough that I read it to you. She sent this note, and you can find this on the website as well. But
It's hilarious.
Right, you stay there.
Just ignore it.
I'm going to read it so you guys can hear it. She sent us something about Parents' Night. This is all about the virtual camps that are. I keep looking at the Muppet. I need to look at you guys. The virtual camps. Not sure if virtual camps are right for your child? Join us for one of our parent guardian orientation nights to learn more about the camps. So you can actually tune in and learn more about the camps that are going on. You're going to meet the counselors, find out what's going to happen on the day camps. You're going to participate in a couple really quick activities and then be able to ask some questions to them as well. There's going to be 2 of those parent nights coming up. This is, again, all about the virtual camps, which are open now. Again, you can call the zoo's website. I'll give you that number in a second. You can call the website. You can sign up for those virtual camps. I know the lady answering the phones. They're great. June 11th at 6 p.m. is one of the parents' nights. So June 11, 6 p.m., parent night to kind of see what's going on and be able to ask questions. Or June 22nd at 6 p.m. So June 11th at 6 p.m., June 22nd at 6 p.m. To register to get a link, you can contact us at zoocamps@nczoo.org.
And the biggest, awesomest info is coming now.
Somebody has graciously offered scholarships. How cool is that? For both the 1-day camps and the 3-day camps. Who are the scholarships available to? Children who would not normally be able to afford to attend the camps. Families living in Tier 1 counties of North Carolina. That's part of our NC Hometown Strong program. Families that have been directly affected by COVID-19 can apply for those scholarships. The loss of a job or death of a parent or close family member. To apply for these scholarships, I just got these yesterday. Sometimes I'm still learning too. To apply for the scholarships, there's an application form. Deadline to apply is 72 hours before the camp.
And those dates for the camps are listed on the website.
They're on the website. The phone number that you can call the phone. This is serious and a good thing, but it's when a butterfly's in your mouth.
It verges on harassment. Where's a form we can fill out?
Please contact our ticketing office. Brittany and Lee are there to help you. 336-879-7700. That number again, 336-879-7700 to find out more about the scholarship opportunities for our 1-day and 3-day camps for those children that usually can't or couldn't typically afford to come to camp or been affected by COVID-19.
And our friends answering questions will put a link in the comments for us.
Yep.
And you can find that information on our website as well.
Sorry I was distracted there, guys. I apologize for that.
And then we do have some news about our Facebook Lives.
We do. Friday, I'll grab that from you, Wendy. Friday, 10 o'clock, is a taped version. Again, remember we have to do some of those taped versions. Is a taped, and I'd be lying if I didn't tell you it'd be awesome. I'd be lying if you didn't think it was awesome. Now Wendy has.
No, it's on my lips. No, it's okay.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, just finish it by Friday.
Let's wrap it up on Friday. So yeah, we'd be lying if we wouldn't tell you that was an amazing program, and I haven't done this very often. You have to watch the intro.
It's our best one yet.
Remember the intro? It is taped, so we were able to go, you know what? How do we really grab our digital friends? And it's really amazing. So 10 o'clock on Friday, it's taped, but again, you really don't want to miss it. Don't be lying around. Make sure you check it out to find out what's going on over there. You should also know that will be the last of the Friday Zoo EDventures. As we're ramping up here to begin to open, Wendy and I are going to be doing some other things in the park. We will continue to do Mondays and Wednesdays, 10 o'clock. We'll be here with you, Monday and Wednesday, 10 o'clock. But this Friday is the last Zoo Adventure that will be on Fridays. Okay? We'll still be with you Monday and Wednesdays. Wendy and I are still with you Mondays and Wednesdays. But we won't be able to do any more Friday episodes. I can't believe you got a picture of yourself with a butterfly